Hi guys, I'm Shrack. Welcome back. Today I'm talking about the UN pilot campaign in DCS. Previously spoke about the hauling trash mission, which was broken and I found a fix for it. Now I'm talking about the teacher's mission, because that is now broken and I found a fix for it. Basically, you fly up into the mountains, you kill off all the baddies, and then hover, and nothing happens. You hover and hover and hover, and then your wingmen run out of gas and crash. Nothing happens. Clearly something's broken. So I figured it out. Follow this and you'll be able to fix your mission. Pretty easy fix for this. So if I go into mission editor, I can show you what's broken here. To start off, this is essentially the mission. You can zoom in. You basically have these waypoints up to the area of operation, and then you fly back. This is where you are. It looks like some helicopters aren't spawning on their pads. That's correct. They're not. Trial and error. I figured out what's going on, and let me show you the problem here. Switch over to TAC view. You have your flight right here and another flight that's supposed to follow you. What they do instead of follow you, they get to waypoint 1 and then they're supposed to follow, but they just orbit. And they orbit and orbit and orbit. That's it. There's also this other flight right here that is a fourth unit of this, and it never takes off. So there's some sketchy stuff going on that just it's broken. So back here into the mission editor, you can see this flight here. Now, I already kind of figured out what's going on, so I don't need to take you through everything that's going on. This POS, you can unhide that because it's hidden. Click on the rings, go to POS, unhide. You can see now this flight is highlighted, and the waypoints for this flight is highlighted, and you can see this trigger zone. Basically, this flight that's now highlighted needs to take off, get to waypoint 1, follow you up to the area of operation, and then they land in this POS zone. Once they get into this POS zone, they drop off troops and everything goes from there. They basically take off, hover. When everything's done, they come back to waypoint 4, land, pick up the troops, and go back home. That's the trigger that's not being triggered. They're not following you to get into this zone. So what is broken is the follow command at waypoint 1. If I click on that, you can see there's some weird stuff going on here. It's like it doesn't really know what's going on with this follow command. Edit, perform task, follow, Springfield 1. This stuff, distance is negative 1312. I'm assuming feet. It's not iron, FE. It's probably feet. Negative numbers are forward and back. Negatives behind you. Forward or positive is in front of you. So they will follow you in front of you if it's a positive number. Elevation is they will follow you above or below you. This is co-altitude. Interval is to the right and left. Positive numbers are to the right of you by, in this case, 656 feet. Negative numbers are to the left. So if you want to follow right behind you, they can follow. Just put that to 0. So there's something going on with this follow command. So I think what you should do is essentially no task, follow, redesignate Springfield 1. Now that is working again. Also previously it went to waypoint, I think it was 13. So I'll just reassign 13 is the waypoint where it's the last waypoint. It's going to stop following you at waypoint 13. You can keep this if you want. That should fix the problem for you. If it doesn't, basically you got to figure out what is going on, because this is just this waypoint 1 for forward. Why is it following this unit? So you can see it's got a line and then a triangle. It's supposed to follow this unit. So now it's following this Russian unit, even though I just designated Springfield 1. So make sure it's designated Springfield 1. Yep, there we go. That is this helicopter. That's the lead unit in your flight. So make sure it's actually following that and that it saves that. Yep. Go save it. I already saved it, so I'm not going to save over. This is my backup copy. And then test it out. Everything should work from there. Hopefully it does for you. Basically what is broken is that follow command. Then that flight should follow you. Okay, spoiler alert. So this is your flight, and this is the flight that should be following you. let's see. So I did actually fix it so that they're properly lined up on the landing pads. That's not necessary for the mission. So then they take off, get to waypoint 1 there, and then they follow you. And ignore my terrible flying. I was paying attention to what these guys were doing following me. And you follow the waypoints up through the valley. Again, spoiler alert, this is going to show what happens during the mission, so if you don't want to see that, turn away now. So you get to the insertion point, so you kill everybody. This unit, Ford 1, comes in and lands. These units are just accessories. Ford 1 is the one that really matters. Comes in and lands, and it drops off all the troops. You'll see that in a second. There's all your troops. That triggers the next set of events, which is spawning this group. You go kill all them. They do their thing. And meanwhile, Ford 1 is still hovering around waypoint 3. It'll then, when the next trigger comes, it'll come to waypoint 4 here and then land and pick up those troops and go home. And then you're free to join up and go home. That's the mission. Then you fly home. Everything's happy and hunky-dory. So anyway, that was a spoiler. I apologize if you didn't want that spoiled. But that is how you fix the mission. Basically, it just comes down to the follow command being broken. Fix that. Everything should work. Hopefully for you, everything will be good and you'll be able to finish the mission. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm Shrack, and I'll see you next time.